Hey y'all, so I come with another prophetic word and dream revelation that the Lord is leading me to speak and share at this time. Again, this was a dream and He has given me revelation to share. So, again, always test the spirit by the spirit and take it back to the Lord for confirmation to see if it is for you. And again, I do want to say test the spirit by the spirit because you should be taking every word that someone says, back to the Lord to test the spirit to see if that was a word from the Holy Spirit, because that is important. So the Lord is just leading me to share that as well, because it's important to make sure that you're doing this and you're just not running with things just because you hear it and it sounds good. But yes, and always take it back to Him to see if the word is for you. Ask Him for confirmation and He will confirm to you if it was for you. Again, it should serve as confirmation as well, regarding your journey situation. You will be able to know if it's for you. The Holy Spirit will place it on your heart and in your mind to know that this word is for you, but still test the spirit and take it back to the Lord. Okay, so first I'm going to read the dream and then I'm going to read the notes, the revelation that the Lord had given me to share with you all. And I'm also going to just allow the Holy Spirit to flow as I give this word. But yes, and the dream reads, I had a dream, and in this dream it was appearing that I was about to miss my race event, which happened to be the 800-meter run. If you're not sure what an 800-meter is, it's 2 laps around the track. But in this dream, there were 2 women who happened to be old enemies of mine, who were also counterfeits that my God-ordained spouse had past experiences with after times we had been separated. In this dream, these 2 women was already at the line about to get ready to run, but it seemed as if I was just about to have to jump on the line without warming up or anything, but was still confident to run the race. In the dream, when they called for the race and was ready to start, my coach looked at me and said, "You didn't get to warm up, didn't you?" But she said it with a smile and laugh, as in not upset, but confident in me as well. Okay, so those 2 women also were not 800-meter runners. So again, these women did not do this event. This was my event, but yet they were on the line, prepared to run it, although it seemed as if I was just about to have to get on without being able to warm up and such. And again, the 800-meter run was not these women events. They did not run this event. That was my event. This was totally out of their element when it comes to these events and track. So yes. So with this dream, God was showing me that these 2 women was in competition with me and wanted what I had. They wanted the things that belonged to me and wanted to be like me. So these women was coveting and jealous, which was why they were in competition with me and appeared to be on the race line of my event in the dream. And again, if this is for you, take it how it applies to you in your situation. Take it back to the Lord. He will, help you. But, I'm just giving the dream revelation and what the Lord had given me with this dream. It should serve as confirmation, but take it how it may apply to your situation. Although in the dream, I appeared to be physically not ready because I did not get to warm up, I was mentally ready and confident to still run the race. God was revealing my confidence in who I am and trust in His guidance, which is training in this case, that He has provided and prepared for me by me being willing to still run my race boldly with no fear in losing. My coach smiling and laughing in the dream when she asked, "You didn't get to warm up, didn't you?" as I was getting ready to get on the line, was a representation of God and His admiration of me and my boldness, strength, confidence, heart, and faith to still show up and run my race, which depicts me walking in my purpose. God relates me still showing up to run with me standing in faith for what He has promised and ordained for my life. So again, I'm reading it from my perspective, but this is for you. This is what God is saying to you in your situation, how this applies to you. Again, you still showing up for the Lord and yielding to His Spirit's leading and having faith for the things that He has promised you shows that you are ready. You are equipped, no matter how, again, it may have looked as if, because of what happened with your situation, things may seem like you had a less advantage, right? Because you didn't get to fully prepare as, those others did. But no, you were ready. You were always ready because you were leaning on God. And again, this is for you right now. You are ready because you've been leaning on God. So again, no matter what happened with this situation, or it looks like somebody had the upper advantage of something, you are in your lane, because again, this is your lane. This is what God has purposed you to do and receive. Again, all of this that you are doing in obedience to the Lord, this shows your confidence in him and your trust in him and his provision that he has provided you on this journey this far. And the Lord led me to search up the definition of admiration, and it says respect and warm approval. So yes, God is saying you have, earned respect and warm approval for how bold you are in him and how you are still showing up to stand in faith for the things that he has spoken over your life and promised you. Again, what's yours is yours, no matter who tries to come, up and compete, or, try to, take away anything that he has spoken over your life, or, said that you will be doing. It won't prosper, because again, he has equipped you and purposed it for you. So again, no matter who may have tried to come in between of certain things when it comes to God's plan for your life, it doesn't matter, because that was what God purposed for you. And by you still showing up, no matter how it may physically look right now in your situation, it shows that you trust in the Lord. And again, you will be able to do these things and walk in these things because you have trusted in the Lord and have continued to obey him. And the Lord led me to Zechariah chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. And it says, "So I answered and spake to the angel that talked with me, saying, What are these, my Lord? Then the angel that talked with me answered and said unto me, Know you not what these be? And I said, No, my Lord. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, This is the word of the Lord unto Zerubbabel, saying, Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts." So again, God is saying, not by might, not by power, but by his spirit. Again, although I came ready to get on the line, even though I didn't get to, warm up and such and prepare how I would normally do, but it wasn't by my power nor strength. It was by the Lord's spirit, right, that I was going to be able to compete. And that's what God is saying with you, with these things that you have been standing in faith for. It's not by might, not by power, but by the spirit of the Lord, that you will see the victory, that you will receive the victory and walk in these things that he has spoken over your life. So again, God is saying it's by his spirit that these things are going to come to pass, and you're going to walk in this, lifestyle that he has spoken over you, this promise, whether that be of marriage and who this person is. You will walk in these things because it's by his spirit that, again, he is going to help you to continue to flourish, and then again to position yourself in a place to where you are ready. You are always ready, although the circumstance or situation may look like you're not so, or you didn't fully get to do so. Again, it's by the spirit of the Lord that you will be able to do these things. So again, it is by God's spirit that you will get the victory. You showing up and being ready to move when he tells you to move, you doing these things in obedience and holding in faith for it, will get you the victory, because it's by the Lord's spirit that is enabling you to reach this level of success and walk in these things that he has promised for your life. God is furthermore relating this race with his will. Although these women tried to take what was mine, as in run my race, they couldn't, because it wasn't theirs to have or to run to begin with. So them trying to come in between the relationship and take the man that God predestined and purposed for me to marry was never going to work out or prosper, because the man never was theirs to begin with. So again, this is applying to those who have been in relationship with a certain individual, with the person that God has spoken and told you that this is your person. These women tried to be you. They wanted what was yours, so they had to go in a place to appear to have the upper hand on you, to appear to try to take what was yours. But again, it was never going to work, because it wasn't God's will. It wasn't their race. So again, it was your race. It was his will for your life. So no matter how they may have tried to come in between, and they may have had their time with this person, it was never going to last, because that person wasn't for them to begin with. No matter if y'all had separated and this person started to date these women and such, these two women, or whoever, take it how it may apply to you, it was never going to work out, because that wasn't the Lord's will. That wasn't who God ordained for them. It was who he ordained for you. That was your person. that was your person and that was your race to begin with. So again, God is relating this race with the full package of his will for your life. So everything that was appointed, for you to do and for you to walk in and for you to live in and such, this is all relating to the race. So his will is the race. His will for your life is the race in his dream. So yes, all these things that he has purpose for you to do and receive and walk in, including marriage, and this person, that was always in his will for you. And that was your race. It was your event. It was yours. It was never these women who appeared to try to compete and take this person and, come in between this relationship. They were out of position. It was never theirs. It was never their event. So yes, that is what God is saying. And the Lord led me to Zechariah chapter 4, verses 8 through 14. So I'm going to go ahead and read that, and then I'm going to break it down, giving the revelation of what the Lord is saying with this as well. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, the hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house. His hands shall also finish it. And you shall know that the Lord of hosts has sent me unto you. For who hath despised the day of small things? For they shall rejoice and shall see the plummet in the hand of Zerubbabel. With those 7, they are the eyes of the Lord, which run to and fro through the whole earth. Then answered I and said unto him, what are these 2 olive trees upon the right side of the candlestick, and upon the left side thereof? And I answered again and said unto him, what be these 2 olive branches, which through the 2 golden pipes empty the golden oil out of themselves? And he answered me and said, knowest you not what these be? And I said, no, my Lord. Then said he, these are the 2 anointed ones that stand by the Lord of the whole earth. Okay, now I'm going to break it down. And again, please go read this chapter as well and allow the Holy Spirit to minister to you. But yes, the Lord had given me in this chapter. So in this chapter, Zechariah is given a vision, and again he is asked what he see. And in his vision, it is a candlestick that has 7 pipes on it, and then it has a bowl, and then it's a bowl, and then it's 2 trees, one on the left, one on the right, 2 branches, and the trees is releasing oil, right? So the Holy Spirit also led me to look up a picture to get this visual of what it looked like. So I will attach it as well. And then, yes, so the Lord had given me that the seven pipes on the candlestick was the Holy Spirit. The bowl above the candlestick, and then the 2 branches, one on the left, one on the right, is Jesus and God. So again, the Holy Trinity. So yes, the Jesus and God, as in pouring out oil into the bowl, which is also again the Holy Spirit. So also the Lord had given me that just like God is, God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit is who embody us and teach us and help us to walk in righteousness and holiness, right? He is also giving me as well that this bowl and this candlestick was the Holy Spirit, yes. But the left branch and the right branch is you and the person God has ordained for you. So again, that is y'all receiving the oil. That is y'all producing the oil as well by the Holy Spirit. So it's a connection, again, that y'all will do. Y'all will produce these things for the Lord. Again, he says, then said he, these are the 2 anointed ones that stand by the Lord of the whole earth. So again, you and this person was ordained to be together because y'all will go and produce great works and fruits by the Holy Spirit leading. So y'all are connected. Y'all purpose are connected, and y'all are connected to the Lord. Y'all are connected. Y'all are embodied by the Holy Spirit. So y'all will do these things by the Holy Spirit. So yes, you are the 2 anointed ones in this case that God is saying with this word of Zechariah chapter 4. So yes, just as the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, you both will be following the Lord, operating calling and these giftings and in this purpose by him, by the three, which is one. Again, unity in one is, they're all connected. So yes, you both are connected as well when it comes to this assignment that the Lord has for y'all lives. So yes, just that's why the Lord had given me the view of what it truly was, in this chapter, but also has depicted it as the left branch and the right branch being you and this person that he has ordained for you, and y'all producing oil connected by the Holy Spirit. So again, y'all will be operating by the Holy Spirit, going to do these things for the glory of the Lord, to help the people that he has assigned y'all to reach. So yes, again, it says in verse 14, then said he, these are the two anointed ones that stand by the Lord of the whole earth. So again, y'all will be used to reach people. Again, this is according to the purpose that the Lord has spoken over y'all lives, but y'all are connected. Y'all purpose and y'all assignment is connected. That's why this is an ordained marriage. It takes two, it takes the both of y'all to do these things that the Lord has purposed y'all to do when it comes to your assignment. And again, and this is why no matter who tried to come in between this, it wasn't gonna work, because of what God has purpose for you both. Again, it took one of y'all to come in alignment with the Lord and his will so that you could be obedient, and by your obedience you have helped your partner wake into the truth as well when it comes to this assignment and purpose that God has appointed y'all. So again, it never was going to work with the counterfeits. It never was going to work with these women trying to take what was ordained for you. It wasn't going to work out. It was going to end. It wasn't going to prosper, because again, it wasn't meant to. It was never theirs to begin with. And again, the 800 was the race that was about to be ran in this dream. And the Lord led me to search up the number 800 in the Strongs, and in Greeks it says disagreeing, discordant, incompatible, a lack of harmony or agreement, the idea of being out of sync or not in accord with one another. In biblical context, it often refers to relationships or situations where there is discord or a lack of unity. So again, God is saying with these women or men that try to come in between of your relationship that God has ordained and purposed for you to walk in and to receive in marriage, it was never going to work with these people. It was unbalanced. It was no harmony. It was not unified. It was no unity in this relationship. It wasn't going to work out. It was always going to be discord, because it was never supposed to be. It was never supposed to be that way. It wasn't ordained. It wasn't purpose for them to be with that person. So yes, it was always going to be out of sync and not in alignment, because it never was God's will. So again, just as in Zechariah chapter 4, the candlestick with the 7 pipes, and then the bowl on top with the oil, and the left branch and the right branch, you are the left, he is the right. Y'all are going to produce oil. Y'all are going to be unified. Y'all are going to be operating in alignment. Y'all are going to be moving in alignment according to God's will, because this was purpose for y'all. So again, the Holy Spirit is going to continue to lead you both to do these things, and it's going to be unity by y'all submission to the Lord to do what he has purposed y'all to do together, because this marriage is, again, it's an assignment with this marriage. It's not just, of course, just about the the cake and ice cream and such. Yes, that's going to come with it, but y'all have an assignment, and this is very big and purposeful that God needs y'all to walk in. So yes, your obedience has paid off for you sticking to the Lord and trusting in him, holding on to faith no matter how it may have looked in the physical. You still showing up, right, and continue to obey him and follow his leading no matter how it seems and it looks as if people may have the upper hand when it comes to your situation. It doesn't matter, because what God has ordained together, it will be. What he has purposed and promised you, it will be, as long as you stand firm and have faith in what he has spoken to you. So again, by me still showing up, willing to run, not being able to warm up, still showed my confidence in the Lord, showed my confidence and strength and boldness that I was still going to show up and do it and get the victory no matter what. So again, this is what God is telling you, and this is how he has needed you to be, to still show up no matter how it looks, no matter how your situation looks, when it comes to women or men that is appearing to take what God has spoken and shown you. It doesn't matter. It will not prosper. It will not be, because God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You just have to believe and still show up for the Lord and be faithful and trust in him that he's going to do it, because he said it. And then 800 in Hebrews says a fire. So again, God has kindled a fire in you both to want each other as well. You both were not going to be able to move on and, and such from each other, truly, because this was what he ordained. Again, that fire is kindled in both of you all, so you both have a yearning for each other. You both still have those feelings for each other and that love for each other, because it was purpose. It is what God has purpose when it comes to y'all relationship and this marriage that he will get the glory for. So yes, you both will be in unity with the Lord. And again, this fire, this passion that y'all have for each other is a reflection of y'all passion that y'all have for God. So again, through this separation, God has brought you both close to him. And again, y'all needed that fire from him, and that love from him, so that y'all both could be on one accord and equally yoked when he brings y'all back together, so that y'all both could walk in his purpose. Because again, this is an assignment. This is what God has predestined for you both to walk in, so that y'all can do this and reach the people that he needs y'all to reach according to the assignment that he has on your life. So yes, y'all, God has kindled a fire in you both. And again, this fire is by him. It's by him and it's through him. So yeah. So yes, no matter how it may have looked in a physical situation with this person being with counterfeits, it doesn't matter. It was never going to work. And again, they were always going to feel unfulfilled. They was always going to feel like something was missing. And again, that was God, and that was also you, because you are a part of the will. You are a part of the will that God has for their lives. So again, you are in package with the Lord. So by them wanting more and feeling like they're missing something, they were missing God and also missing you, because you are the missing piece to them as well. Y'all both will be one when God brings y'all back together and be made whole again. But yes, this is all for God's glory and for the assignment on your lives. You both will be operating by the Holy Spirit, doing these things, doing these works, creating much fruit with this marriage. So again, in the dream, by these two women on the line ready to run a race that was not their actual event, but mine's, was a depiction of them out of alignment and out of their own lane. And the Lord is also leading me to share this as well. The other day, before I had, gotten this revelation and such, he was still ministering to me. But I had awakened up, my niece was over, and I kind of woke up out my sleep and I saw her in my Crocs. And again, she's only 2 years old, but she was in my Crocs. Although her Crocs were next to her, she was in my Crocs and she almost tripped. So when I woke up, I saw her almost like about to fall, and I was like, be careful. But yes, she was in my shoes and not her own shoes when her shoes fit her. So God was also ministering to me as well with this dream revelation that these people were in your lane and out of position. They were out of position. They couldn't walk in these things that God has purpose for you to walk in, because this was your purpose. This was what he purposed you to do and what he purposed you to receive. So again, no matter how they may have tried to take and manipulate whatever God has purpose for you, when it comes to whether that's, again, this could apply to a marriage, a job, whatever the case may be, they couldn't do it because it was never theirs. It doesn't fit them. So it was too much for them. God tells us to work out our faith according to the measure that it is gifted as well. So again, this all relates when it comes to our lives. When people try to, stick their hand and touch things that is not for them and walk, take things that is not for them, they stumble because it was never for them. It's not what God has for them. So it's important for, again, people to stay in their own lane and, run their own race, because that is what God purposed for their lives, But again, these women were after these things because they wanted what was yours. They wanted, they wanted what was yours, and they wanted to be like you. So yes, instead of focusing on themselves and focusing on their walks and such and their life, they wanted to take from yours. They wanted to walk in yours. And again, this created stumbling as well, or will create stumbling. Take them how it may apply, because this may have already happened and this is just revelation of the situation, or this may, come to pass, depending if you're going through something right now with the situation. But yes, so yes, just like my shoes was too big for my niece, the shoes was too big for these women that again wanted to step in your shoes. Again, we are to stay in our own lane and grow as the person, grow as God leads us to grow, and carry what God leads us to carry for our purpose, for our life, and not try to take others things, or manipulate or come between other people things, or covet other people things, because what's meant for you will be for you. We shouldn't covet other people things and such. So yes, that's what the Lord was saying with this as well. These people wanted what was yours. They wanted to walk in your shoes and be who you were, be how you were. But again, all they had to be was themselves, and seek the Lord, be themselves, and not go after the things that were yours, that they saw was yours, but find that fulfillment in the Lord as well, to build them up and not covet or be jealous. And then I saw a license plate that said JZB7478, and the Holy Spirit gave me Jezebel. So the Lord is saying these women had a Jezebel spirit within them, or still have this spirit within them, with the things that how they're living and such. These women was after what was yours because they had a Jezebel spirit, y'all. So again, they were coveting, they were jealous, and they wanted to come between the things that, you had going for you. They wanted what was yours. These two women had or have a Jezebel spirit and had ulterior motives from the beginning to sabotage your relationship and or take what was yours. Your success was also something that they wanted. So since they couldn't take that from you, they went after other things like your partners. They never truly wanted your person, but the root of it was them wanting your identity, which is your purpose. They envied and coveted who you were as a person. So since they couldn't literally be you, they tried to physically appear and attempt to be you by their malicious actions. So again, these women, or men, take it how it may apply, but these women saw your light before you may have even saw it. They saw it, and they saw how people were drawn to you. They saw these things in you, and how you were good at what you were doing, and they wanted that. They wanted these things as well. And they went after things, with ill intent to dim your light, to take from you and such, to ruin the things that you had, So yes, and the Lord led me to search up the definition of malicious, and it says showing a desire to cause harm to someone, refers to actions or words intended to cause harm, upset, or damage to others, often driven by spite, envy, or a desire to cause suffering. So again, these women who were, again, operating out of a Jezebel spirit, they were after you and your happiness. They were after those things because, again, to see you have it, it made them feel less than. They wanted what you had because they saw they saw your life, and again, they envied, they coveted, how you were naturally with just who you were. So yes, and the things that you were doing, whether this, be the success that was happening in your life, and your person, your relationship, that you were in, they wanted to come in between that. They wanted to ruin that. They were waiting for the moment to sabotage and again cause harm to you in some way, to make you sad, and to make you sad and upset about the things that had happened and such. So yes, they were after your happiness, and this includes your person. Again, they had ulterior motives when it came to you, and some of y'all may have discerned these women, of not being, trustworthy and such. You may have picked that up as well. But yes, and it may have planned out to see that they wasn't, to be trusted and such, and what you had felt about them was very true, and it was that was your discernment going off, but you may were, shrugged it off and looked past it. But yes, you did discern that these women were not to be trusted. So yeah, they may have appeared to try to be your friend or get close to you at one point. So, and some of y'all may have allowed them to, and some of y'all may still wasn't like that, but y'all kind of looked out and, kept your eyes open about them.